Hello, how are you doing? My name is Junior, and in today's video, I will share with you how to set up a complete Android environment for your penetration testing using Genymotion. Now, Genymotion is an Android emulator that allows you to run virtual Android devices on your computer. It is commonly used by developers and security professionals to test Android applications, simulate different devices, and analyze mobile applications without needing a physical phone. This setup allows you to run virtual Android devices on your machine so you can test Android applications and practice mobile security testing inside a safe environment. Before we start, I would like you to do me a favor by clicking on that subscribe button, like this video, and also comment something down below. So the first thing that I will do is to open my browser and go to the search bar. Now I'll type in VirtualBox download and hit on enter. Now once the results load, I'll click on the first link that appears on the page. This takes me to the official VirtualBox download page where I can see different versions available for different operating systems. Because I'm using a Linux distribution, I'll go ahead and select Linux distribution. Now this page shows different installation package depending on the Linux system you are using. And I'm using a Parrot OS, which is a Debian based operating system, so I'll select Debian 13 because I'm using the latest version of the Parrot, which is Parrot 7. But if you are using a different version like the Parrot 6 or something, you need to go ahead and select the Debian 12 instead. So after clicking on Debian 13, it takes me to the download page and I'll have to go ahead and click on save. Now the VirtualBox package begins downloading and I need to give it a few moments for it to finish downloading. Now once the download completes, I'll have to go ahead and then click on the downloaded file, which opens the package installer from here. So I'll click on the installer package and then the system will ask for my password and I'll enter my password and click on OK. Now the system begins installing the required files and dependencies for VirtualBox. After a few moments, the installation finishes and we can now see the message installation finished. Now that VirtualBox is installed, I have to verify whether everything is working correctly. So I'll open my terminal and type in VirtualBox. And VirtualBox is now launching, which means that everything is now working correctly. Now, the next thing I need to do is to install Genymotion. So I'll open my browser again and search for Genymotion. Then I'll go ahead and click on the first link, which is the official Genymotion website. Once the page loads, I'll click on sign in desktop, then scroll down and click on create account. This takes me to the registration page where I need to enter my email address and then my password right there, select my country, and then the country I'm going to select Ghana, and then the usage type I'll continue to select something like demonstration, and for the company name I can simply choose order. Then I'll accept the privacy policy terms and conditions and click create account. After creating the account, Genymotion sends a verification link to my email address that I use. So I'll open my mailbox, click the verification link, and it's going to take me to the verification site right there where I have to finish the verification. Now once that is done, my account is now verified. Now that my account is verified, I'll go back to the terminal because I need to download the Genymotion installer. Now inside the terminal, I'll type wget followed by the URL right there. Here, the wget is a command line tool that allows me to download files directly from the internet, and the link that follows is the direct link for Genymotion Linux installer. Once the file finishes downloading, the next thing I need to do is to give it execute permission so that the system can run it as a program. So I'll go ahead and type in chmod +x followed by the Genymotion installer name. The chmod command changes file permissions, and then the +x options adds execute permission to the installer. Now that the installer has execute permission, I'll start the installation by typing in this command. Here, the dots represent the current directory and then the slash tells the system to execute the file located in the directory. So the command // simply means that we are running the installer from the current folder. Now during the installation process, the installer will ask where I want Genymotion to be installed. I can either specify a custom location or simply accept the default installation path. To accept the default installation directory, I'll type Y and press enter. Now the installer will now extract the files, and after a few moments the installation will now complete. Once installation is complete, I can now launch Genymotion by typing in /Genymotion. Genymotion will now open where I need to log in using the email and the password that I used when I was creating the account. Now after logging in, Genymotion will ask whether I have a license or if I'm using it for personal use. Since I'm using it for learning and testing, I'll select personal use and click next. Now I need to go ahead and accept the user license agreement and continue. Now I'm on the Genymotion homepage where I can now create Android virtual devices right here. So to create a device, I'll go ahead and click on the plus icon right there. And you'll notice that there are many predefined Android devices available. However, for penetration testing, I recommend creating custom devices starting from lower Android versions up to the newer versions, so you can understand how Android security mechanisms evolves across different versions. Since I selected custom phone, I now need to choose the Android version that the device will run. For this demonstration, I'll select Android 9 and then click on Next. From here, I'll click on Continue throughout the rest of the configuration steps to finish creating the device. Now, Genymotion will now begin creating the Android virtual machine, which may take a few moments. Once the device is successfully created, it will now appear in the device list on the Genymotion dashboard. From here, I can simply click on the Start button to launch the virtual device right there, and Genymotion will now boot the Android system. And after a few moments, you will now have a fully functional Android device running inside a virtual environment right here. At this point, I can install applications, test Android apps, and perform different kind of mobile penetration testing experiments inside a safe environment.